What's up, everybody? It's Adrian, and I'm back with day 3 of my NFL division picks. In day 3, we're going with the AFC West. Now, we know what teams are in this division. So, with that being said, my winner and my number 1 pick in this division is the San Diego Chargers. This is most people's surprise pick team to bounce back this year and make the playoffs, which I'm predicting they will do that this year in this division. They are arguably have one of the most talented rosters behind even the Cowboys, the Jaguars, the Steelers. This team is talented on both sides of the football. They got the veteran savvy, trash-talking Phillip Rivers at QB. Anthony Lynn, the head coach in his second year. They also have a stud running back in Melvin Gordon. Keenan Allen finally stayed healthy last year and had a phenomenal year. The only bad thing is they lost Hunter Henry, the promising tight end out of Arkansas. So we'll see what happens with that. I heard they're signing Antonio Gates again, but we'll see how that happens, So we'll see how that goes. Offensive line is solid. They're getting a couple guys back from last year. They signed Pouncey from Miami. So we'll see. Defensively, oh my gosh, they're talented. They have two of the best pass rushers in the league. That tandem of Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa is phenomenal. Phenomenal. The linebackers, they're solid. They drafted Derwin James, safety out of Florida State, which is a steal and a high teens pick for them. Got one of the most talented, if not top 5 corners in this game that nobody ever talks about and gives his credit to, and that's Casey Hayward. Real talented. Only problem last year what happened was they lost about 2 or 3 games because of the kicking game. I don't see that happening this year. And it's still weird that the Chargers are not the San Diego Chargers as I'm used to calling them. They're still known as the Los Angeles Chargers because they're playing in the StubHub in Carson, California in a 35,000 square feet stadium. It's just weird. But with that being said, I am picking them to win this division and get in the playoffs finally. It's been a long time coming. That talented roster, I don't see anybody in the division stopping them, especially the tear they went on late last year, but it was a little too late because they got off to a slow start because of their kicking game. That cost them a lot of games, but they were hot as any team that I can think of in the league last year. All right, let's go down to my number 2 team, and this is the team that I'm so skeptical on, and it's a mystery, the biggest mystery team in the NFL to me, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. In the offseason, they traded, surprisingly to me, Alex Smith to the Washington Redskins for Kendall Fuller. Now, with that being said, last year they drafted Patrick Mahomes, quarterback out of Texas Tech. Now, this guy has a cannon for arm. Some people are talking Ben Roethlisberger type arm, Cam Newton, Brett Favre type arm. This is probably one of the most talented arms I've ever seen. But arm talent only get you so far. So he sat on the bench last year and watched Alex Smith play. So they're throwing him the reins. I mean, I think he'll do good, but I don't know. It's still a mystery. But they are as talented offensively as any team in the league. They have the cheetah Tyreek Hill. They've got one of the best probably the second best tight end in my opinion in the league behind Gronkowski and Travis Kelce. Offensive line is solid. They drafted a stud running back who led the league in rushing in Kareem Hunt last year. They also getting Spencer Ware back, and they got the scatterback Chandrick West. So this team offensively is talented, and they probably have the second best play caller in the league scheme-wise, and Andy Reid behind Sean Payton of the New Orleans Saints. His team, I'm going with. Oh, and also, by the way, before I forget to mention, they also signed Sammy Watkins. He's a speedster, but I don't know. He's been injured and not been consistent. I don't know. Can Patrick Mahomes play? Only time will tell. So, with that being said, I'm picking them to finish 9-7 in this division and miss the playoffs this year. But I don't know. I might be wrong, but that's my prediction because I really don't know if Patrick Mahomes can truly play. The arm strength is there, but it's the intangibles and the precision there. Only time will tell. I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out. Now let's go down to my 3rd team in the league in this division, and that is the Denver Broncos. They missed the playoffs last year. Horrible quarterback play. They finally realized that they had at one point they had Brock Osweiler. Then they had Trevor Siemian, a 7th-round pick who couldn't get it done. They're banged up offensively when they had C.J. Anderson. Devontae Booker was hurt too as well. Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders didn't get as many touches because the quarterback play was pretty terrible. They were also banged up on the offensive side of the ball. They traded Aqib Talib to the Rams. Chris Harris is still there. Bradley Roby's still there. They had to retool. The one thing about this organization I will say is that the Bowling family is a good organization. This is a good team to play for. You know, defensively, they're good. They're known for defense. They've got Von Miller, a stud, as we all know. Shane Ray's been up and down over these last couple of years. Well, he's coming off this wrist injury. Let's see if he can bounce back. But they did draft Bradley Chubb, which was a steal at number 4. I didn't see that coming. I thought Cleveland was going to take him, but they didn't. This guy was a stud at NC State. So I'll pair him on the other side of Von Miller, and you'll have a dynamic duo for them two in that division. Quarterbacks will not want to see them play. But it all comes down to, can Case Keenum get the job done? They signed him from Minnesota. Honestly, before last year, Case Keenum had a below 500 record. He got paired up in Minnesota and had a phenomenal roster, and he was able to lead them to the NFC Championship game. Now, can he lead Denver to the playoffs? I think not, because Denver's roster offensively is not as talented as Minnesota's Vikings are. They also did draft Cortland Sutton, a rookie out of SMU wide receiver. Well, let's see what they can do, but I don't see much hoping them. They'll have a winning season at 9-7 because they haven't had back-to-back losing seasons. John Elway's real impatient. I don't know. Should they have drafted a quarterback? Only time will tell. They did sign Case Keenum to a 2-year deal. We'll see how this works out for them. Now let's go to my number 4 team in the division. I think this is, man, the Oakland Raiders. Derek Carr is going into his 5th year, and he is a stud. But year after year, they just keep getting worse, and they're digressing. The biggest headline of this team is that they signed John Gruden, who was out of coaching for 10 years, signed him to a 10-year, $100 million contract. Also, the Raiders will be moving to Vegas in 2 years. Now, this franchise is in a dumpster fire. I don't trust the organization. They don't know what they're doing. They're still having Khalil Mack has been reported to camp. He wants a new contract, and they're still disagreeing over that. Derek Carr needs some more weapons. They have Marshawn Lynch. I love beast mode, but not the beast mode that we seen in Seattle. They need some running backs. They lost Crabtree. This team is just a hot mess. They also signed a lot of veterans. They signed Jordy Nelson, former player from the Green Bay Packers. They also signed former Kansas City Chiefs linebacker Derek Johnson. And they also signed Doug Martin, who's been in and out the drug program and had all types of issues playing for Tampa Bay. Bringing into camp, he's brought 14 players over the age of 30. If that's not a veteran team, I don't know. But you also need to blend some rookies in. They did help Derek Carr in the draft a little bit, going heavy in the trenches. But I was just a little confused on where they were going in the draft a little bit. I think this organization is dysfunctional, and out of any star quarterback, Derek Carr is will have the most trouble. What a good guy he is, how talented he is, but they need to help him out, and this organization needs to get it together, because I see them going through another bad season, especially in the division, which has improved tremendously. At the top, you got San Diego and Kansas City, and even Denver. We're getting problems. Oakland's not winning this division anytime soon. So with that said, Derek Carr needs a lot of help. But I will also say that I'm picking them to finish 6-10 and finish bottom in the league. They just don't have the talent there yet. Khalil Mack on the defensive side of the ball needs more playmakers with him as well. So with that said, those are my predictions for the AFC West. If you have any comments, concerns, or questions, you know where to drop them comments. Drop them right in the box. Also, don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, that's it. That's all I got for you today. I'll be back tomorrow with my other predictions for the NFC West.